You just heard the H-Town Orchestra. They can play anything, but their specialty is something many of us know and love, classic 70s soul, disco, and R&B. They'll perform for us in a minute, but first, Vivian Mosley, she's right over here, Jonathan Griffin and Anthony Bogus Glover join us with details on this group and a free concert happening at Miller Outdoor Theater. Let me first say, all these outfits up here, I wore every single one of them. Okay, let me start with you. Vivian, when we say H-Town Orchestra, there are plenty of bands out there, but this is just a slice of what you have. When you say orchestra, that's a different configuration.
Yeah, you can say that, because when I say orchestra, it's not just a rhythm section. We also have a string quartet as well as a great group of horn players.
Yeah, that's why I said y'all can play anything, right? Okay. The authentic sound of the 70s, why center on that when you can play anything?
Well, the thing about music from the 70s, it's the instrumentation that gets me, because growing up I was exposed to not only new school R&B but old school, and as I've grown older, the appreciation with how the instrumentation is, because there's actually live instruments, a live orchestra happening in the studio, horns and strings. So with that kind of talent and that kind of how it's intricated into what the vocalists are doing, what everything's doing, it's just really something to take seriously and something to really show out there.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people love about that whole disco time in the 70s, is that it was a time when bands got on stage and they all played the instruments. There were those full brass sections and the whole bit, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago, all those groups. But it's funny, I'm looking at you, I'm going, she is very young. She did not really experience this. Like my parents, when I was growing up in the house, they were playing Glenn Miller and Nat King Cole and the whole bit, right? That was the flashback music that I was dealing with their music. So you were growing up in the house with the music that your parents loved as well. All right, tell us how this group got started. It was kind of your vision with your dad.
Well, the way that it got started is sort of like we created this as an opportunity for not just us, but for other people in our circle to provide for the community, because, well,
just finding a lot of just opportunity for musicians to play, especially here in Houston. You know,
Pretty
so
much.
often we hear in such a big city, and you all can attest to this,
Right.
that somebody's like, I want to be a performer, I want to be this, and then you have to grow up and leave,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And so this provides the opportunities right here in town. And by the way, you're a native Houston musician. You started playing the piano at age 4,
That's
which I
correct.
love piano because you got everything right there, right? You don't have to have another instrument with you, but it's great when you do. Your grandpa recognized that you had perfect pitch, so you're graduated from HSPVA, which I know you went to HSPVA
Right.
as well. There's a lot of commonality going on here. And then Prairie View A&M. You're a professional arranger, pianist, and music director. All right, Jonathan, you grew up in a musical family.
Yes. My niece was the harpist that was here in December, and my brother plays drums, and my sister plays flute, and my mom plays bass clarinet.
All right, so you just had a whole band in the house.
Whole
Yeah.
band. We still have a whole band.
You read music at a very early age. I started around age 12, but you were probably earlier than that.
Preschool. Yeah, because we were learning to read. We also learned to read music,
Yeah.
so we can perform in church, and we love reading from the hymnal because my parents didn't want us to do rote learning. Plus, we wanted to enjoy playing at home with the piano.
Yeah, you had family dance parties. You were
Yes.
gathering around this
Yes.
thing called, okay, to our kids in our live studio audience, there was a thing called a stereo.
A stereo.
A stereo.
Big square
Yeah,
box.
yeah, it's a big square box, and 2 other square boxes had sound coming out of it. Yes, and then you put these round plasticky glass things on top of it, and you would start hearing music.
And we would enjoy it. My grandparents, my parents, my siblings, my cousins, we would all get together and we would turn the volume up on those big speakers and big sound, and we would dance and groove. Or on Sundays, we would play religious music and we'd sing and dance with
Yeah,
it.
you make it all
But
right on Sunday, right? Ask for forgiveness on Sunday.
and then we would eat.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's the passion of the music and the dance would go together, and it influenced me to become a musician.
And how times have changed. It used to be the bigger your speakers, the cooler you were.
Exactly.
Now it's the smaller your speakers with the bigger sound.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you
Yes.
get what I'm saying. Right? The kids are all confused over there. They're like, what is going on? All right. I love the way you describe that you see music as storytelling, inspired by culture and emotion.
Yes, definitely. So when we get together, we all, Vivian, our wonderful composer and arranger, she listens to I hate calling it period music because I grew up with it like you did.
Yeah.
But she'll listen to it and then she'll extract parts and then write them out. So then we take that music and then we'll read it and practice it to get every note right. And then we converse together and we'll say, oh, we want that bass line, we want the guitars to play along with us, so that we're creating a story to get you guys to move, to get us to move, to tell us what's going on with it.
Yeah. All right. The H-Town Orchestra. You wear many hats, and of course today you're you probably wear many wigs as well.
Yes. That's my natural hair.
Yeah. I want to see you get a hat on top of that right there.
It's okay.
But
I'm going to pick my afro though.
Right. Oh, your pick here. Right? Yeah. You have your afro pick. Look, I wore that. Okay. Orchestra manager. You're a performing musician. Viola, violin, flute, harp. You enjoy combining leadership with the actual project that you're doing.
Yes, actually, it's another layer to that, though. Since Henry and I, my business partner, we created this together at Green Seed, and we talked about how putting this together, bringing different musicians and arrangers together, we discovered we had the same birthday, same day, same month, same year.
It was meant to be.
Meant to be.
When the moon is in the 7th house, Aquarius.
Yes.
Aquarius. All right, Tony, you were on just not long ago. In fact, when you came in the building, someone goes, "You're here again?"
Right.
And here's the point: you've done Broadway, you've done Europe, you've gone all over the place. But you grew up and honed your craft here.
Right.
But you are one of the people who proves that you can also make a living in the arts here in Houston. You do so many different things. But how it all started for you, is that as a kid, you were a shy kid, but you were a shy kid with talent, and you saw Ain't Misbehavin', and of course that iconic movie that somebody else saw, The Wiz. Which was a different version of The Wizard of Oz, but a whole reimagined version. But you saw that, and it just lit you on fire.
Yeah, it made me wanted to perform. I tell people all the time, I feel like when I'm on stage, I bring the audience to me. And that's what you want to do. You want the audience to feel like, oh, I'm a part of that, as opposed to, oh, I'm just there watching something.
Yeah. And you knew this was your future. At 5, you sang your first solo in church, in the church. What was that song? What was
At the Cross.
Okay, At the Cross. Okay. You also went to HSPVA, as I just mentioned earlier, which was a high school formed to train kids with talent, with performing
to
in
get
visual
there
arts.
and do what they want to do and love it and go to class.
Because you have to.
You have to go to class.
And this is not, you don't just go because you want to, don't you?
Right, you have to audition, and you have to re-audition every year.
Yeah, oh wow, every year.
Every year.
Oh, how sad would that be to say? I was about to make it, and then, you attended U of H. You won Most Outstanding several times, and you were what we call the quintuple threat. You've heard of triple threats before? Quintuple, singer, actor, dancer, director, choreographer. If I had to ask you to pick your favorite one, which one would it be?
Singing.
Singing,
yes. I think it would be singing because I can incorporate all the others with that. Okay. First show that you did was Showboat at 19. Yes, 19
and
years old.
Is that the Old Man?
Old Man River, Old Man River, that Old Man River.
Yeah, and then you actually did Ain't Misbehavin', which is one of the shows that you saw as a kid.
Yes.
Performed 6 times, directed it twice. Other shows include Carousel, The Wiz, again, one of the shows that you watched as a kid that you were able to be in. Performed globally in Europe, Egypt, China, Norway. Performed for 6 U.S. presidents. 6
sitting U.S. presidents, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It was wonderful.
Yeah. All right. And then local performances, we've seen you at the Wortham, Tuts, Alley, Mary's Tree Lighting, at Miller Outdoor Theater, and of course the Ensemble Theater. We have lots of things happening there. All right. The H-Town Disco Show. What are we in for?
Oh, it's so much
fun.
Oh, fun. Yes.
Be ready to sing, be ready to dance,
get
all
your
that
costume, get your hair done, come join us.
Get your hair done? You mean pull it off the shelf? pull it out of the Spirit Halloween bag. Right. Okay.
And we are live streaming it as well. So if you can't make it to Miller Outdoor Theater, it will be live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, and on the Miller Outdoor Theater website.
Yeah, and as we mentioned here, that we have a slice of musicians here, not to be underestimated, but you'll have the full orchestra out there.
Yes.
Wow, and for those people who are new here who don't know about Miller Outdoor Theater, it is amazing. So it was put in place so that people could enjoy all kinds of performances throughout our community, and they're free. And don't be fooled by that word free, because you have to be good to get in there. They don't just put, my baby can sing, can you get up on the stage? No, unless they really can sing. So it's a great event, and what's nice about this too, especially with disco and 70s music is that it never died. I know they one time they said disco died. It did not.
No,
right?
not at all.
And so everyone can sing along with this, as you know, witnessed by Vivian over here. She's like, no, I grew up with this in my house as well. So it's great to be sitting up there performing and looking out in the audience and seeing people participate.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
Also, did Henry tell you that he'll be joining us playing percussion? We have 2 percussionists that'll be on stage.
Oh, we have. Come on over here real quick. Just
Yeah, Henry, come on stage.
Come on, Henry.
Give him a hand. Henry Mosley.
That's right, Henry Mosley. All right. Yes, you and I, if we had known each other back in the day, we would have been in the club. All right. Okay, before we go, real quick. You're all
I need to get by.
All right, here we go.
You're all
Like an eagle protects his nest. Oh, you all do my best. Stand by you like a tree and dare anybody to try with me.
Sing that rock.
We're going to hear them sing in just a minute, but first of all, coming up, imagine being transported through history, discovering trailblazers who helped shape America but aren't always found in history books. From the first African American to receive a U.S. patent to a man who helped create the world's first total artificial heart. Our next guest takes readers on that journey in her new novel, A Nation Without, and find out what classic story inspired the book. That's coming up next, but right now, the H-Town Disco Show presented by the H-Town Orchestra is happening Thursday, August 13th at 8 p.m. at Miller Outdoor Theater. They'll be playing some of the biggest disco hits of the 70s, and it is all free. For more information, visit greatdayhouston.com, and we will connect you. As we go to break, here's H-Town Orchestra playing Everybody Dance. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, that's really fun.
There you go. Get it, Deborah, get it, Deborah.